Matt and Summer made the easy trip up from Los Angeles to Big Sky, Montana. Just a short flight that rewards you with sweeping mountain views the moment you look out the window. After landing, they grabbed the Defender and drove through forests and rivers toward Big Sky, surrounded by calm, stunning scenery the whole way. Welcome to Big Sky, a place that feels wonderfully connected, yet worlds away. Surrounded by the soaring rise of Lone Peak and known for its year-round outdoor lifestyle, this area has become one of the most desirable mountain destinations in the United States. Whether you come for the skiing, the hiking, the calmer pace, or simply the charm of mountain living, Big Sky has a way of making everyone feel at home. This project is particularly special. Matt and Summer have previously stayed in LHM cabins over in Norway. These projects are defined by craftsmanship, warmth, and beautifully simple living. So visiting the very first LHM cabin here in the USA is something we've been genuinely excited about. It's familiar, yet completely new, and we can't wait to show you why. So settle in, get comfortable, maybe grab a hot drink, and enjoy this episode of the Luxury Home Show as we explore Montana's newest architectural hideaway.
On this channel, we've had the honor of featuring some of the most luxurious homes around the globe, and today we're in Montana in the United States of America, and I think we have found one of our favorites yet.
Think European Scandinavian design meets the American market. We can't wait to introduce you to this cabin.
It's a little chilly out here, so should we start this tour?
Let's start. Now, this cabin sits on a lot size of 2.52 acres, and the cabin itself is just over 5,400 square feet. So when we say European design, what does that mean? Well, this was built by LHM, who are originally based in Lithuania, building cabins in Norway. And this is the first project and why it's so exciting here in the United States. And Montana, what a beautiful place to start.
The house has 4 beautiful, cozy main bedrooms, and there's an additional room upstairs which is multi-purpose. It's perfect for kids.
So Montana, as you know, already a place with incredible scale, nature, hiking, and this lot itself is very private. As I said, sits on that 2.5 acres, beautiful trees all around us. The structure itself behind me, you'll see, is made up of beautiful timber as well as the Norwegian stone that we'll take a closer look at. So as we take a closer look at this structure, it is an incredible piece of engineering because it's cozy cabin design, but with that modern architectural feel.
You can see from this angle the copper detailing on the gutters and the chimney. This is a luxury metal which ages really well.
Now up the steps to the main entrance, we can look at some more of the materials. We have beautiful Norwegian stone here, imported specifically for this project, and these oversized stone tiles on the flooring as well. Now these carry flush all the way to the inside. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit more about the actual cabin design. LHM have been designing cabins for decades now, and whilst they're modern and architectural, it's still important to have that cozy cabin feel. So up here, you can see some of the handmade and hand-cut log pieces. These are put together using the Norwegian notch, which is one of the strongest methods to combine logs together. So they slot together like this, like a groove. The fact that they are handmade just gives that real craftsmanship, tactile feel of this cabin.
It's beautiful. I am getting a little bit cold out here, so let's head inside. Before we do, I want to show you the front door, because there's actually a fingerprint entry and a keypad system, and it's motorized. And just look at this gorgeous handle with the leather detailing. Ready to go?
Take us in.
Wow, it's nice and warm and cozy in here.
That is toasty, isn't it? Incredible door. So here we are in the main entrance, the heart of the home. So I'll show everyone through. So why don't you get cozy, put another log on the fire, and I'll join you in there.
Yeah, I'll just take my shoes off. I'm going to sit on this gorgeous leather bench.
It's such a nice place to take shoes off. The detailing of the cabinetry and the leather, we'll start to see those accents as we move throughout the tour. So we've got the natural stone beneath us. This is the same that we saw outside. I love the way the Norwegian stone carries through, bringing that outdoors in and just reminding you that you're in a cabin. It should be tactile, should be nice, you know, to touch all the different materials throughout. Got a large rug in the center, again, just bringing in a bit more warmth. This is about being beautiful, but it's a cabin, so it has to be functional. I need to be able to come in here, take my boots off, get snow everywhere, and know that it's easy to look after. Now, speaking of that, when you do get some snow or water on the floor, the good thing is this entire floor has underfloor heating, and that is throughout the entire house. Now, let me talk you through this cabinetry. So with LHM, all of this is designed at the factory at the early stages and then designed to fit perfectly with the frame of the cabin. So this leather here is a dark brown and it fits perfectly with the oak here. This is European oak. And then we've got the handles that you see throughout. It really reminds me of automotive design, something you might see in a Bentley Bentayga, a high-end Range Rover autobiography conversion or something. And being British, it ties in with that really nicely. So storage, you can open up all of these. And in terms of detail, the leather actually lines the very bottom of each drawer, and that's in every single one. So that's a detail that could have easily been missed. They're all nicely soft closed. We've got lots of space for some antiques and items to display here. And then we have the LED lighting, which is actually hardwired. It's not on a battery, and that is perfectly flush within the joinery. So again, little details like that that you appreciate in something handcrafted like this cabin. Now, you're going to have shelving and then also drawers. These are soft close. And then this one has some hanging space. Of course, you need that for your coats. I want to take a moment to appreciate this seating area. You can actually sit down and relax here. Got an incredible view out the front windows by the door of all of the natural scenery as well as the snow. Let me take you over this side. We've got beautiful sconces here. The lighting is reflecting really nicely off the plaster walls that you can see. Now, this is a nice touch. This is a steel door. It just provides that industrial element. Again, lots of different types of materials, which is reminding you of the craftsmanship that goes into something like this. So come on through. Okay, wow. Immediately as you come in here, there's lots to see. The LHM step staircase, the kitchen, but my eyes are just drawn to this dramatic window and of course the summer over here enjoying this space.
It's so relaxing in this living room, just looking outside. You don't need a TV in this section because just looking out to the greenery and nature is so calming. And just take a look at how big this piece of glass is.
This piece of glass was an engineering feat to get here in itself. So they couldn't actually find anyone that produced this in the United States. It actually had to come from Europe. And look at the size and scale of it. It's triple glazed and offers the perfect framework for that view. Now, this window is incredibly immense. Actually, the windows all around it are gigantic, but they're made to feel slightly smaller by the sheer scale of this. And this is what LHM, I think, do so well. This is a contemporary architectural cabin with features like this, but yet in here, proportionally, it still feels cozy. And talking of that, we have the fireplace over here. Now, this sits upon one piece Idaho stone. So this was sourced from Idaho, and it literally looks like you've gone to a volcano with a gigantic chisel and taken this out. So I love the way that's been incorporated into this, and we've got the fireplace going. Could actually do with another log soon. Again, it's about the experience of living in a cabin like this. Now, above the fireplace are these sheets of raw steel, and they stretch from here all the way up to the ceiling. And talking of the ceiling, it is immense. And sat below that is this incredible bespoke one-of-one chandelier. Now, this had to be designed by LHM Interiors, who are the designers behind everything that you can see in here. So it's all done in-house, and the best thing, all included when you buy a cabin. It's made up of the same leather that we've seen throughout, little details in the cabin. And then it has a custom light that had to be designed specifically. It has little pieces of LED lighting and then glass in between each section to come up with this look.
And I believe that section was 3D printed.
Yeah.
But I love how the brown leather sort of matches the sofas, the handles that we've seen throughout. There's a nice theme of of the colors matching the outdoor scenery.
Totally agree. And from a timeless perspective as well, whilst this is brand new and contemporary, I think colors like this never go out.
This is a gorgeous art piece. It's actually made of bark. So again, that outdoor coming inside. And I thought a play on words could be it's bark work, like artwork. Sorry, that's silly. Anyway, shall we go to the kitchen?
Yeah. Now, continuing our discussion on proportions, we've seen many beautiful homes, and often the kitchen, the dining space is of such a scale that it's really impressive to see and also to video. What I like about this is ultimately a 10 or 12 seater table, depending on how you'd like to customize it. It's a grand island, yet it feels cozy. It feels intimate.
Intimate. There's these gorgeous light pendants above the table, sourced from Italy in a similar style to the living room light with these gorgeous leather straps.
Hey Summer, let me show you something. So let's say we're chilling out here, having some food, need to charge our phone. So there's no charger. I mean, we know what wireless chargers look like. They're usually a circle.
Yeah.
Let me show you something.
No way. So it's wireless charging.
Yeah.
But you can't see it.
You can't see it. It's completely invisible, but you can utilize that. And I think that is such a cool feature that I actually haven't seen anywhere else in this particular style. There's one over here and then one the other side of the table.
There's something I like in the kitchen that is similar to the charging on the table is this. So with a press of a button, this is motorized and comes out of the island, and there's some plug sockets. Then behind me, we have the fridge freezer. Are you ready for something cool?
Show us.
Press, motorized open.
And it's such a lovely feel to open it with this leather handle. So you've got the Gaggenau fridge this side and the freezer on that side.
There we go. The freezer also opens in the same way. And also there's a soft close. And if you do accidentally touch it and it realizes you haven't opened it, it will automatically close.
That is a good feature, yeah. And this is the European oak veneer that we've seen throughout the rest of the cabin, continued into this cabinetry. Now, what's special about this is LHM, they design and build everything in-house. And so this was designed, put together in Lithuania and then shipped over to Montana for the actual construction. I'll show you some more of the storage here. So you've got this high storage up here, and again, with a touch of a button, that will open right up, and it's motorized, which you may have noticed because I'm fairly tall and obviously I can't reach that. So instead, you just hit this button and that brings it closed. The way that moves quickly and is soft close is a really nice touch. So 1, 2, and then 3 of them. And then below here, we have the Gaggenau ovens, everything brand new. And then what's really unique is the cabinetry detailing that we see here. And again, you've got the beautiful leather pieces, which is just such nice attention to detail. Everything fits flush within the cabin because that's one big benefit of designing and building it all over in Europe, in Lithuania, before shipping it to ultimately be put together like a puzzle. Now let's explore this kitchen some more. So we have the same European oak on either side. This one has been finished in a slightly different color, but there's lots of great features and storage throughout here. So we've got 2 Gaggenau dishwashers, one either side of the sink. In terms of the trash or bin storage, you can literally use touch of a foot there, opens right up, do everything you need to, and then close that with the soft close. This is the other dishwasher. Now let's take a look at the storage space within the island itself. This is really nice. So we can open this right up and see we've got all beautiful high-end quality cutlery and appliances. And again, this is all included, but you've also got the touch of a button. So if you did want to open this up and then access this really neatly arranged spice storage, this is all built in. A really incredible piece of design. And this is by Bloom, the manufacturer who actually create all of this. And they've done a beautiful job creating different styles. I'll show you this one just here. This again has the same mechanism where you can open it, but I thought this is a particular feature that I wanted to show you. So if you come on a little bit closer, if you would like to access some tin foil, you can actually pull out how much you need, just like that. Let's say I want that much, and you've ultimately got a guillotine here, and you just slice it through, take what you need, and then you can put that back down, and you can do the same with the cling film. Now on top of the island, this is a silestone worktop, so incredibly durable. You can throw wine, spices, turmeric at it and you know it's going to look after you. We have the Gaggenau induction cooktop here. Everything is neatly flush within the island itself. If you'd like the extractor, touch of a button and that comes straight out for you. So very, very seamless. Lots of modern high-end appliances, but when you're living here and enjoying it, it still feels like you're in a handcrafted cabin. And those two things aren't easy to achieve at the same time. Summer showed you the other charging point. You've got one here, lots of different tech and everything happening. You've got some drink storage here that you can just pull out of the island. And speaking of drinks, wait till you see the home bar. They've got a really nice setup that I'll show you in a moment. So this is somewhere that you can step out and enjoy the terrace. The views from here, uninterrupted, snow, mountains, pine trees. A perfect place actually to take a cup of tea or something in the morning. And you can actually do that with the boiling hot tap that you have over at the sink. There's a few cool features there. You have the boiling hot tap, the spray tap, the dishwasher dispenser, as well as the garbage disposal, of course. Now let me take you over and I want to show you the staircase. Now this staircase is a trademark essentially of LHM, and you'll see these throughout their cabins. So it's designed by LHM Step, which is their internal company to design these. It's European oak and it's completely seamless. It's a focal point and an architectural point of the home. It then has these glass balustrades perfectly slotted in, and you can see the way it guides you upstairs has just a really welcoming, homely factor. The LED lights perfectly set up, again hardwired, not on a battery-based system. I mean, look how beautifully this handrail just fits into this. Just an amazing sense of craftsmanship. The best thing about LHM Step though is even if you're not looking for an entire cabin and you'd like something like this in your home, they are delivering all across Europe and all across North America. So if you are looking for a staircase like this, check out the description. There'll be more specifically about LHM Step. I'm going to take you over to the bar now. So Summer, why don't you come through?
Oh, this is a really cool bar. Okay, so we have 2 wine fridges either side. Again, Gaggenau for the wine lovers. And then if you're not as into wine, but you do like your beer, and I've got something you're going to like, this is a beer tap. And underneath in this drawer, you can see, is it a barrel, I believe it's called? And this beer is actually made in Montana.
Have we tested it out?
We haven't tested it out.
Should we test it out?
Let's give it a go.
These are incredibly expensive wine glasses that weigh, they're like the lightest weight ever. They're amazing. Shouldn't really be used for beer, but we're going to go for it.
And this is from a brand called Hering Berlin. Again, a really high-end brand. And I think everything's included. So if you moved in, you could literally have this wine glass.
To give you a real life perspective, all of the glassware, plates and everything in this home that comes with the sale was $25,000. So
wow.
There you go. Okay, let's try this out.
I did used to work in a bar a long time ago, so you do have to do it to an angle. Oh, oh.
Stop, stop, stop. Oh no. Okay. So maybe you need some more practice and the right glass for that, but
That's
you get the idea.
Okay, should we move on to the bedroom?
Yeah, let's move this way.
Now coming into the ground floor bedroom, this is one of my favorites purely because of the view. Imagine waking up on Christmas Day in here looking out to the snow. It's so magical.
This is truly cozy, somewhere we'd come in and probably never want to leave. Look, we've got some cinnamon buns freshly made that we can enjoy. And speaking of the bed itself, so it has a custom leather headboard at the back and then a couple of pillows that are actually hanging down, as you can see. Now, in terms of details and like usability, we also have these beautiful reading lights. We have the Lutron lighting system to control the main lights of the space throughout here, and then these additional lights either side.
There's also speakers in the ceiling, and there's separate zones in the house. So if someone's cooking in the kitchen and wants to listen to some rap music, but you're in here and you want to listen to some Christmas music, you can have different songs playing. There's also a door here, which leads you out to a terrace. Again, Montana is a beautiful place to be in the summertime, so I can imagine spending a lot of time out here during the summer months. And this door also works as a window, so you just lift the handle up and you bring it out, and as you can see, you've got ventilation at the top of this door just for some fresh air. But I'm going to close that because it's a little cold. And Matt, do you want to show everyone the dressing room?
Yes, I will. So we've got the dressing room just to my right. This is accessed via a pocket sliding door. I'll just show you that before we go in. So you can simply utilize it like this. And unlike many pocket sliding doors that might crash, this has a soft close feature. Very satisfying to use either side. Now come on into the dressing room. So we have more of the design ethos that they carry with the European oak as well as the black wardrobes, and then you've also got LED lighting within there. So really nice amount of detail throughout, including the actual cabinetry itself and then the leather handles that you can see. So the detail has been carried through. These are absolutely beautiful and they're all hand stitched, which is just a lovely touch. In addition, there's some storage either side. Beautiful view here, so you're getting lots of natural light into your dressing room, and then this guides you through to the ensuite. The ensuite itself is pared back, natural luxury. It's a very oversized shower. You can literally step right in. It's completely flush, so there's no step into the shower itself, but then a gentle slope, so the water is going to trail towards the drain. Nice window here, so as you're taking a shower, you can have some fresh air. There's something so nice about being warm but with a cool breeze. That's what this experience can give you. We have the niche here for the conditioners, body washes, everything you could want. You've got the speakers throughout here as well. And then lastly, the dual sink and vanity setup is a nice feature with the lighting system here, LED lighting around the mirror, and again, that leather hand-stitched design all around there. Further to that, look at these leather pieces. I mean, they have to be one of my favorite. Just those little details, and then these have been designed and thought out, so you actually have a lot of storage here. It's not been forgotten. It's design but also practicality. Let me take you out to the next space.
Coming out of the bedroom, past the gorgeous staircase, we're going to head to the spa. So after a long day of skiing, this is probably where you're going to head when you want to get relaxed and go in the sauna.
This is one of the unique trademarks of LHM cabins, again, having the sauna in your home, and wellness is such an important factor. So you step through into this wellness area, and first up is a toilet. Then you've got the sink here in the center.
They've also added the leather handles on this cabinetry, the cabinetry to my right, and the door. And then down here is the sauna room. And there's also through this door a shower. Just going to go in and show you for reference. How gorgeous is that? I love the stone tiles. Very relaxing.
As part of this space, you've got the sauna, and then you can step right out into the cold itself. Literally do a snowman or something in the snow, come back in. Now look at this copper detailing. We talked about that. There's another place that they've put it just here. And then beyond, in your back garden, is your very own hot tub. So you can step out there in complete privacy, see some wildlife around you, and then come straight into the sauna. Let's close that door because it is cold. The last feature in the wellness area I'd like to show you is this door, because I think it's a really good example of the level of finish that we see. So as I close this, two things. One, you can see that it fits perfectly within the framework. So it's completely flush, which looks so nice from this side and out. And also you might have heard gently that this is a magnetic lock. So very unique, you don't see these often at all. So you can open it just like so, but when you close the door, it works like a magnet. And then that then secures the room. So you don't have to have any kind of locks or anything. Super simple. Stepping out of the wellness room to my right, we have the powder. So your guests can utilize this as they're enjoying your cabin. Same quality doors with the magnet locks, that pared back natural luxury, and the faucet detail here by German brand Dorbacht. And that is a summary of the powder.
Now, before I take you upstairs, which has one of my favorite rooms, I'm going to introduce you to the co-owner of LHM, Larinas.
My name is Laurinas Mitkus. I'm a co-founder and co-owner of LHM Group. It's a really pleasure to have you guys here visiting us in America, in Montana, in Big Sky. We have been building mountain homes for 23 years, mainly in Norway, in Europe. And this is our first project here in America. The first time we met with you guys was like 3 years ago, I think, something like that. We invited you to come to Norway. And when we posted that video, we actually got really a lot of requests from Americans asking if we would build something like this in America. So instead of answering this question, that's our answer. Here we are. We are building in America, you can say, and we hope to continue in this beautiful country with beautiful mountains. For many, many years, we have been trying to achieve the result, which brings a combination of the traditional building method and more modern, contemporary feeling of the building. I think this is a perfect combination of both worlds, which gives you contemporary look and feeling inside, but it also gives you a mountain feeling, which is very important because we are building in the mountains. A lot of people here in States ask, did you ship all that from Europe? And it's like, wow. But the history is that we have been shipping things from our factory, all these 700 projects. It has been done in exactly the same way. The process has been the same. We haven't done anything unusual for ourselves shipping this project and building it here. And I would say our building process is more assembly process than the building process, if that makes sense, because it's so many details are prefabricated, pre-cut, pre-painted, packed, like something like you can say like a Lego, to put it in simple words. If we take the history back like 10 years, to be more precise, 12 years, we used to buy cabinetry and staircase from other suppliers, but because of our quality requirements, the suppliers couldn't keep up with us. So we had to open our own productions of cabinetry and staircase. And this is how we ensure that the product as the house is as one product with cabinetry and staircase. We believe it's not 3 different products which you can just put together. It needs to be thought of and planned as one product. The first time I arrived to this home and it was finished, I felt like in Norway, just in a bigger scale. It's like the cars are bigger in America and the buildings are bigger in America, and in Norway you're not just not allowed by the building code to build such high and such big homes. So it was a lot of fun for us. Sometimes we hear comments like, how can you know what to build when customers normally want to choose things? My answer to that is that customers who have made well in their lives, they normally don't have time. They don't want to wait. And if you plan well with the customer in your mind, when you think about the floor plans, and when you think about the cabinetry, about the functions, very often customer says, wow, that meets most of my expectations. I just move in. So talking about moving in, we have included in this house absolutely everything you need to start living here. And even the toothbrush. Someone say that you need just to bring your toothbrush. In our case, we have the toothbrush and toothpaste included in the bathroom cabinet.
I'm so glad you got to meet the co-founder of LHM, Laurinjas. And now we're coming up the stairs, and the first thing you're drawn to is the gorgeous window. How incredible is that?
This is amazing, and they clearly recognize this as a moment, and so I like the way they've added a bar here. No TV, no electronics, there's somewhere to grab a drink with friends, good conversation, and absolutely incredible views. Can you imagine seeing wildlife directly from here?
Yeah, because there are actually bears in Montana. Can you imagine a bear just walking across that window? That would be so magical.
Amazing. Now, Summer, I know you teased it earlier. Your favorite room is through there. It's very cozy. So why don't you find a Christmas movie and I'll meet you there towards the end.
Yeah, see you later.
Okay, so now I'll talk to you a little bit more about the structure and the actual development of these homes. So as we've talked about, the factory is based in Europe over in Lithuania, and it's where they've been building cabins for decades. So the design and the architecture is all put together over there, and then they are shipped out in containers here to the United States to put together on site, meaning they can be built from the ground up in less than 12 months, which is outstanding for a home of this scale and of this luxury. So in terms of the structure itself, we have these exposed steel beams as part of the main structural integrity. I mean, an incredible design feature for the development of it, but they also really tie into the aesthetic. Again, we've got the Norwegian style log finishes here, which we talked about a little bit outside. And although it's a very contemporary space, I do like the fact that you can still see these throughout. It makes it feel very much like it is a handcrafted piece of work. Now, let me show you the first of the guest bedrooms on this floor. So this is all about feeling cozy, an amazing space to come and check out. The ceiling heights are tremendous here, and then they slope down slightly to enable it to feel a little bit more cozy, but you can still, as a tall person, walk all the way to the edge. The bed itself is all custom. The headboard, a really nice fabric, these soft pillows, and then also it stretches all the way to either side. The LED, which is hardwired in, is one of the most impressive features just because of the way it sits in the groove. You can't actually see the light itself at all. And then we have a tall window over here, perfect place for just checking out that view. And you can actually open that all the way up to just let a really nice breeze through. Again, this cabin is about using it all year round. So when it's cold like today, you might have the windows closed, but in the summer, it would be beautiful. And then the doors are the same, super high quality with the magnetic locks. They just shut like that. In terms of controlling each room, you have temperature gauge inside here, and you also have the lighting control, so you can make that independent for every single room up here, all of the bedrooms. So now let me show you the next bedroom, which has a beautiful ensuite. Now this is even a grander scale than the bedroom that we've just seen. So ceiling heights, very, very impressive. The door here, which we can close off to make it feel nice and cozy. The bed of this one actually sits in the center. So the way they've organized the room is like that bespoke luxury hotel feel, where you have the central piece here, beautiful textures, looking directly at the TV and also out to the view. And then as you move into the dressing room, it sits directly behind that. So that partition wall just gives that feeling of separated space. You've got tons of storage solutions here for all your clothes, whether it's a short weekend away, a long stay, or you have someone in here living all year round. And then beyond that is the ensuite. So again, this is somewhere where if you're living here full time, this is just an amazing space for a couple to utilize. So you've got dual sinks here. So tall ceiling heights through here, dual vanity setup, window across this side, lots of storage. And then actually through here on my right is the toilet. So it's nicely tucked away. And then throughout this side is your access into the shower. So you can walk right in and behind there. And it's just very, very simple pared back design, but just works so well. Moving out of the guest bedroom, enjoying the incredible view as I come across, I'll show you the main family bathroom. In the center is a freestanding bath, really relaxed feeling here with the lighting, a nice nook for candles and body wash. You've got the sink to this side. You can access around here to the toilet, which is a similar style to the bedroom that we just saw. Nice window above. Again, the ceiling heights are amazing. It feels more like an ultra modern home, but seeing that this is made as a log cabin, it's quite a cool contrast. And then the shower is around here, which is again similar. So pared back, got everything you need, storage, very optimal. And then if I continue this way, we have some more of the steel doors, which were the same as featured from the entrance hall to the living area. So you can open both of these up. They have a very satisfying close, just here, soft close, but come on through. So this next section is all about, living and enjoying the place as a family. So I'll show you all of that in just one moment. Before that, I'll take you through to the next bedroom. And at the moment, I'm trying to decide which I would want to have as the principal bedroom, because there's actually several good options. So this one is at the front of the property. It's a beautiful bed here. The ceiling heights are good. It's very luxurious feeling, lovely bespoke finishes here. Yet this one also has a terrace, which is a lovely place to just step out. And because you're on such a private lot, whether you're at the back of the cabin or at the front, the views are totally uninterrupted. Pine trees, mountainscape, nature. And then through here is your dressing room. So this is lovely, really good proportions. And I'd say perhaps my top choice of dressing rooms throughout. And then you can see you've got literally everything you could want here. And it just has that really cozy cabin feel. Lighting in here, so you can have that on various dimmers. So if you do want it really bright, you can do that. You can level it down depending on the time of day. The ensuite for this bedroom is accessed directly in front of us. It's a really nice horizontal design with the sink here in the center. You step right into your shower. This one does actually have a sliding glass door as it's part of that horizontal design. Again, amazing ceiling heights. You've got ventilation within the cold roof development and construction system that we talked about earlier. And then this one also a curtain with a window, so you get all that natural light coming on through. Now, stepping out of the guest bedroom, I really appreciate two key areas to thought about with this cabin. That's the wellness side of things and also working in office space. So this is great. Kids playing here, you could have monitors set up, or you could just keep this open as somewhere to read, do some homework. Or even for adults, you set up desks here. This is a really nice place to work and enjoy. Got lots of place for storing items over here. that you've collected from all over the world. And then this is a cool area too, so somewhere that you can just enjoy taking a seat. You've got a cozy cinematic experience. The next room as well is an amazing cinema feel. So perhaps if you've got lots of people staying and you want to watch different things, or this could also be good to have the news on throughout the day if you are utilizing this area as more of an office setup. Of course, you've got chairs here now, but if you wanted to, as part of the design, you could put a big desk here with a monitor. You'd be able to look directly through the window. That's a consideration I might look at as a really nice way to use this space. Now we're going to step into Summer's favorite room in the house, and she's actually already in there, so let's go and meet.
I'm already cozy in the blanket. I've put Christmas Chronicles on to get into the Christmas spirit.
I'm going to have to join you.
They've definitely gone for the American size TV, which is huge.
Oh, this is a good spot. This is so cool. So let's talk about this room. I mean, why is it so unique?
Well, if you haven't noticed already, there's little beds tucked away in the corners of this room.
There is.
I think I might have to show you an example. This is the ultimate den. I mean, if you came here as a family and you had a bunch of kids, this would be a dream. So at first I was like, are they single beds? But I actually got in and they're twin beds. So they're actually really spacious. So can you imagine having a sleepover with loads of your friends here? I'm sorry, but that's just so cool to me. And I'm looking out right now to snow on the trees. You'd honestly just be ready for Santa to arrive.
Really, you can sleep 16 plus people here with absolute comfort in regular beds that you have. If you want to have a really big gathering, you could even have some more people sleeping and hanging out here. Most of the time there's not going to be that many, but it's cool to know that you've got that as an option.
Exactly. So it's a movie room and a place for kids to come and sleep. This has been laid out as sort of a playroom. But again, you could change this to a bed if you needed the extra space. But I love how it's basically just a kids' play area. We've still got a little more to show you. There's the utility room and garage. But I'm going to finish up this film with Matt and I'll see you guys later.
Now viewers, we are back in the entrance, the heart of the home where we started the tour. I'm now going to show you the utility room, which is just this way. So you take a step down and there's some really nice design elements that I wanted to point out in this space. So we have the washer dryer here by LG, and below, I like that they've organized these shelves. So for loading, it's nice and simple. You've got one on each side as well. The most important thing about this utility room, and it's quite unusual, they've carried the same standard of finish that we've seen throughout the rest of the cabin. So that means the materials, the woodwork, the European oak. And so that tells me that a developer, if they take care and attention for things that you don't always see, that's the most important part of the house ultimately. And so you've got a variety of storage all throughout. This can serve as not just a utility room, but a storage location for skis, snowboards, boots, everything you could want in this incredible Montana location.
I'm Callie Pecunis. I work for Big Sky Sotheby's International Realty, and I'm working alongside LHM Homes to sell this incredible property here. I moved to Big Sky in 2015. We live here full time with our 2 kids. We're big skiers, and there's no better place to come than Big Sky if you're true hardcore skier. Life in Big Sky is really all about the outdoors. It's an outdoor mecca for people that love to ski, snowmobile, snowshoe, pretty much anything you can imagine doing in the outdoors. Big Sky Resort itself is a world-class destination, but kind of in the flip season with Yellowstone National Park so close to here, we had a lot of summer visitors. So this place has always been known for its world-class blue ribbon trout fishing. So we've got the Gallatin River, Madison, Yellowstone, and a number of others. But on top of that, hiking, mountain biking, just scenic, pretty much anything you want to do in the outdoors, you can do in Big Sky. People come to Big Sky and buy a piece of land and have visions of building their dream home. And when they get down that process, it can really surprise them at how long it could take. It could be 3 or 4 years from the time you purchase a piece of land until a home is completed. So to have a house like this that is completely turnkey, I mean, literally everything is here, including design work and artwork and bedding and toothbrushes. I mean, everything is here. I think that is really appealing to someone who has a family, who has friends, even a bachelor who wants to have a cool pad to hang out in. It's immediate. It is ready now. Someone could buy this and be in by Christmas of this year. And that's really unusual in a home of this quality to be available immediately.
Now, whether this is your primary home or a secondary home, for me, the lifestyle here is all about connecting and being at one with nature. And whether it's 9 degrees outside or it's in the summertime, you have hikes on your doorstep, nature all around you. This is a nice vista as well to also check out the cabin. Come through here, I'll give you a preview of how beautiful and really magical this looks. You can imagine birds flying around, you've got your bird box here, and whether it's yourself, kids, you're just exploring and having fun, and it's really amazing out here. All right, it's actually just starting to snow again now, and this is the perfect time to enjoy the hot tub. So whether you've been out walking, exploring, perhaps skiing, you can come back in the evening and jump in here. Of course, you can open this right up. It's a decent size, and like all of the furniture within the cabin, this comes included.
We are wrapping up the evening in the town centre. It is so beautiful here with all the Christmas lights and the Christmas tree behind us.
Yeah, there's so many cool spots, like the bar over here called The Rocks. They serve only Montana-sourced alcohol, so liqueurs, beers. It's a very local spirit over here.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please remember to hit like and the subscribe button so we can bring you even more awesome house tours.
The LHM cabin we featured today is currently available, so if you would like to find out more information, check out the top of this video description, or alternatively the pinned comment. There'll also be some more information about the portfolio of LHM brands that we discussed, such as interiors and step, also in the description.
Happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next video.
See ya! Welcome to Villa Enzo, a spectacular 16-bedroom home in the heart of La Zagaleta, the most exclusive residential community in Marbella and perhaps one of the finest in all of Europe. I'm Matt, you're watching The Luxury Home Show.